Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Noliana Najwa binti Muhammad Razi. My metric number is 277787. I will start with the introduction. Home is one of the basic needs of human beings. If an individual is homeless and cannot afford to rent a decent living space, it is most likely poverty will strike hard on him or her. Home financing is widely needed by many people across different countries. Through the years, Islamic banks have developed several models for home financing to address the growing demand from customers. Most of the Islamic home financing products currently offered by Islamic banks are based on the principle of Buy Bisamin Ajil (BBA), Murabahah, and commercially. Islamic banks also offer other Islamic contracts, namely Musyarakah Mutanaqisah (MM), Ijarah Muntahiyah Bitamlik (IMBT), and Istisna. So, our group take home financing under Ijarah Products Disclosure as one of our product analysis. Ijarah Muntahiyah Bitamlik, also known as Ijarah Muntahiyah Bitamlik, is a contractual agreement consisting of ijarah, lease, and tamlik ownership. Bank Negara Malaysia defines ijarah muntahiyah bitamlik as an ijarah contract which ends with the lessor owning the leased asset and shall contain a mechanism for the transfer of ownership of the leased asset from the lessor to the lease during or at the end of the lease period. This financial transaction is quite similar to diminishing musyarakah because the ownership title is transferred to the client at the end of the lease period when the agreed sum of rental is paid in full. The purchase price of the leased property could be determined in the following ways. First, the contracting parties may mutually agree a nominal value, a prevailing market price at the time of the purchase, or a specified method of calculating the purchase price.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I will continue with my part, which is issue in home financing. Firstly, the homeowner does not provide a rental agreement between the homeowner and the tenant. The discussion was only made via social media and WhatsApp. Dealing on this platform may lead to another negative issue. This means that a physical contract agreement is essential because it will serve as a proof if there's any misrepresentation or miscommunication. The physical contract agreement contains several questions and agreements such as when the customer paid, how much the customer paid, is it the customer already paid or not, period to stay in the home, and etc. If this black and white contract is not available, some issue will arise. It could be that the rental period has been shortened by the homeowner and the customer claimed to have already paid the deposit, but it's actually she or he has not paid yet. Nowadays, we always hear about the issue of facilities and equipment in a rented house being damaged, destroyed, and the house become dirty by an irresponsible tenant. So this is the second issue. When we get a customer who is not responsible, some issue might arise. This means that irresponsible tenant cause this issue and problem occur. They does not aware with the facilities that has been provided. Simply they broke it. For example, broke the light bulb and water plumbing. Last but not least, the house is rented for non-halal activities. The house is used for gambling activities, taking drugs, alcohol, and etc. People come to the house and do illegal activities. In Islamic finance, the income or profit for this rental house is haram because in Islam we are prohibited from engaging in activities that could harm ourselves, society, religion, and etc. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter for the solution.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Halisa binti Hussein. My metric number 279011. Today, I will continue this presentation with the difference between Islamic bank and conventional bank. So, we choose Islamic bank is Bank Islam and conventional bank is CIMB bank in home financing. First is about the frameworks. Islamic bank follow the Sharia rule, and CIMB bank did not follow the Sharia rule. That means in this home financial, Islamic conventional bank have the Gharar, Maisir, and so riba and so on. Next, second is for the tenure. Islamic Bank Islam financing tenure up to 35 years or age 70. Also same with the conventional bank, that is CIMB, maximum 35 years or 70 years of age whichever is earlier, minimum is 5 years. For the rate, Islamic Bank, Bank Islam, current based on the current rate is 2.77%, and conventional bank CIMB bank is 2.75% about the rate. Okay, next, the different from the aspect margin financing. For the Bank Islam, high margin of financing up to 90%, exclude mortgage, reducing term takaful, MRT, duty stamp, legal fee, and valuation fee. But in conventional, up to 100% plus 10% financing includes group mortgage, term takaful, insurance, legal fee, and valuation fee. In conventional bank did not have duty stamp. Next, lock-in period. Bank Islam did not have specific periods, but conventional bank, that is CIMB bank, have the period is 3 years. Last is type of loan. Bank Islam is used term loan, but CIMB bank is flexi loan. So that's all about the difference between Bank Islam and CIMB bank in home financing.
First issue, to ensure that the rights of tenants are not denied in the future. First, tenants must be sensitive, research, and make a little questionnaire about whether the business they will do this has a written contract or not. Although it is cheaper and easier, many cases occur today when there is no written contract between the owner and the tenant, such as the tenant being evicted from the house, the monthly rental payment increased from what was previously agreed, and the deposit is not refunded, and so on. This should be assisted by the prospective tenant before deciding to rent the house. The importance of a written contract is to ensure that the tenant rights are not ignored by the homeowner, as well as to be strong evidence in the event of something that should be reported to the authorities. On the other hand, prospective tenant must also find a legitimate agent, an agency or institution to make this deal. For example, continue to enter into a contract with the bank for house financing or a legal and registered house rental agent. This is to avoid problem and issue of no black and white contract between homeowner and tenants. Apart from that, this written contract is also important to ensure that the rights of each party involved in the contract are protected, as well as to be evident when things happen that should not be. Second issue, the homeowner has the right to use this case in the Small Claim Court, Truth Order 93 of the Rules of Court 2012, which is the procedure of the Small Court. The Small Claim Court is an institution where homeowner can claim their right to debt, service, and other matters with a value limit not exceeding 5,000 ringgit. However, tenant can be legally detained for damaging the personal property of the homeowner. Among the other ways that the homeowner can do are: first, tenancy agreement. Provide a contract that binds both parties to the duties and responsibility of the tenant to maintain and use items in the home properly and carefully. Also, list all specific items in this contract so that there is no conflict in the future, such as fan, washing machine, air conditioner, dining table, and others. Homeowner also need to make sure well before renting so that both parties are not oppressed. Second, collect evidence before and after the house is rented. The homeowner can record the situation inside and all the items in the house either in the form of pictures or videos. This is to make it easy for homeowner to compare the condition of the house before and after renting and can be strong evidence to report this to the next level.
And conclusion. After analyzing the product disclosure sheet, it was found that it is very important to help customers in making decisions for their home financing. With the product disclosure sheet, it can describe the product and replace the older form of home financing. With that, customer can make wise decision and what is the best for them. In Ijarah home financing, the bank shall grant IBRA rebate on any amount payable by the customer in respect of any payment due under the facility taken up by the customer with the bank. In the event of default on an Ijarah contract, based on the stipulation by Bank Negara Malaysia, the bank may sell the leased asset to the customer on a credit basis at a mutually agreed price and may hold the asset as collateral to guarantee maturity and punctual payments of the purchase price. If the customer or lessor defaults on the obligation to pay the purchase price, the bank may exercise its right to liquidate the collateral or may claim the remaining purchase price under the credit sale. Net of IBRA rebates, if feasible, any delay in retail fees and costs related to liquidation of the collateral. Similarly, the seller of istisna may waive part of the outstanding agreed price to the home buyer in the event of early settlement. That's all from us. Thank you.